Yo, it's the Gig Guy London. Today I want to talk about tax. Yeah, T-A-X, tax. And more specifically, do you claim for petrol receipts or do you claim for mileage? Now, personally, I claim for mileage. Yeah, so if you go through an accountant, a good accountant will tell you that for the first 10,000 miles, you can claim 45 pence per mile, and for any subsequent mile it's 25 pence per mile. So I'm going to give you an example in terms of fuel consumption, mileage for my vehicle, and the benefit of me claiming mileage as opposed to claiming for my petrol receipts. So I've got a T3 Toyota Prius, 2013 model, and it cost about £40 to fill the tank, and that'll give me somewhere between 420 and 450 miles. Don't know, sometimes I fill it up and it's telling me 450, other times it's 420. I guess it depends on the weather, whether it's cold or hot. Anyway, we're going to round that down to 400, yeah? So £40, full tank, 400 miles, yeah? That's what I do, okay? Now, if you're collecting your receipts, yeah? Sorry, I've got a bit of paper in front of me, yeah? So, just so I know what I'm talking about, yeah? £40 per tank, all right? So, if, for example, you did 2 tanks per week, so you did roughly 800 miles per week, yeah? And over 46 weeks in a year, yeah? There's 52 weeks in a year. Yeah, 12 months, 52 weeks, but we're pulling it down to 46 weeks, yeah, because, I don't know, some people work every single week, I don't, yeah, so I'm going to say 46 as opposed to the 52, yeah, so £40 per tank, yeah, 2 tanks a week, 800 miles a week, 46 weeks out of any given year, all right, so on average, you'll do 92 tanks, yeah, of fuel, over 46 weeks, yeah, 2 tanks a week, right? And if I'm spending £40 per tank, then I'll be spending £3,680 per year on fuel, yeah. So if I was claiming for my fuel receipts, I'll be claiming £3,680 based on £40 per tank, 2 tanks per week, over 46 weeks in a 52 week year. All right, you with me? Stay with me, yeah? Figures are up there. Anyway, this £3,680, I'm going to put it here along the border so you can make reference to it, yeah? So £3,680 is collecting receipts, 2 tanks per week over a 46 week year. All right, we've got that clear, yeah? So I'm going to move on now. Now I'm going to talk about mileage, okay? So, as I said previously, for the first 10,000 miles, you can claim 45p a mile, and that will be offset against your tax, yeah? For every subsequent mile, you can claim 25p a mile, yeah? So, for the first 10,000 miles, yeah, you're claiming 10,000 times 45p, yeah? Which is about £4,500, I believe. Am I correct? I don't know. Need to check. Anyway, so for example, if you're doing 800 miles a week, yeah, you're going to do your first 10,000 miles, yeah, is going to come after 25 tanks of fuel. All right, so you're going to make £4,500 in savings, yeah, alone, yeah, in your first 10,000 miles. Now compare that to this here, yeah, which is your receipts. That's 3,680 for the year, yeah. If you're a minicab and you're only doing 10,000 miles a year, you ain't making no money, yeah. So already you're making a saving in the first 10,000 miles, yeah. Now every subsequent mile, it's 25p a mile. Yeah. Okay. So in your first 10,000 miles, in my first 10,000 miles with my vehicle specifically, yeah, doing 800 miles a week on average. If I did 800 miles a week at £40 a tank, it'd take me 25 tanks to do the first 10,000 miles. Okay, so I'll say £4,500. Yeah, and that'll be 25 tanks. That's the number I'm getting to. Yeah, so that'll leave me with 67 tanks left. All right, to over the course of the year on average. All right, based on 2 tanks a week. Yeah, 800 miles a week. Okay, so 67 tanks of fuel at 25p will give me another £6,700 in savings, yeah, which will be offset against my annual tax bill. Yeah, so in total I'm going to have the 4,500 for the first 10,000 miles and the 6,700 for any subsequent mileage. Yeah, and that gives me a total of £11,200 saving, yeah, on average over the course of the year. Yeah, and that is against my tax. Okay, so it's a big difference. Yeah. Now the difference from the total below when claiming for the receipts is 11,200 minus the £3,680, which is dotted below, and that gives me a grand total of £7,520. Yeah, so that's the difference for me personally with my vehicle. Yeah, obviously different vehicles, different fuel consumption, different mileage, yeah, per tank. So work it out for yourselves. It's just a rough guide based on the Toyota T3, Toyota Prius T3, should I say. So overall, over the course of the year, I mean, I'm saving a whole lot more money. That money otherwise will be spent on paying tax. I don't want to pay tax. I'm going to do everything I can to reduce my tax bill year on year. If you are claiming for your fuel receipts, I think you're getting a good deal. Go and speak to your accountant. Depending on how much mileage you do in a year, if you're working full-time especially, your savings is going to be huge. Yeah. So my calculations were based on me doing about 36,000, maybe 37,000 miles per annum. Yeah, sometimes I do a bit more, sometimes I do a bit less. If you think you're going to buy a car and you're not going to put mileage on it doing private hire work, you're fooling yourself. Yeah, after the 5 years, if you're buying your car on finance, after the 5 years you're probably going to have like at least 150 to 180,000 miles on the clock, and the only value is going to be some part exchange value, and you can start again. Yeah, so it's another consideration to make if you're thinking about going into private hire work. And that's my lot for today. So all the figures are up there. Break it down for your vehicle. If you're thinking of buying a vehicle, look at the fuel consumption. Yeah, how much it's going to cost to fill a tank, and how much mileage you're going to get from that tank. Yeah, on average. Yeah, my average was 400. Sometimes I do a bit more, sometimes I do a bit less. Depends on how hard I put my foot down and how hard I accelerate, and how often I'm running on gas and feathering it, etc, etc, you know. But I tend to take it easy, so my tank lasts quite long. So yeah, another consideration, another topic to talk to your accountant about, and another way to save on that tax bill at the end of the financial year. Anyway, I'm up and out of here. It's the Gig Guy, London, and I'm signing out. Peace.